Welcome to day 2 of the 30-day Chakra Balancing Yoga series. Today's optional prop is a set of blocks and a rolled up blanket for added support. When you're ready, we will begin in Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. Gently close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, and begin to sync with your breathing. Set your affirmation for today's practice. I am rooted in the present moment. Gently flutter open the eyes, and we're going to transition to caterpillar pose. Bring the legs out straight in front of you. The legs may be bent if you prefer. On your next inhale, raise the arms above your head and bend forward, reaching towards your toes. Stop when you feel some sensation in your back or behind the legs. Forward fold, bringing the chin towards the knee. Knees can be bent and supported. Your hands can either hold your feet or rest flat on the floor beside your legs. You can stay here if that feels most comfortable, or maybe you sink deeper into the pose naturally. And when you're ready, we're going to transition to fish pose. Place a block or cushion on your mat. Come to lie down on your back with a block or cushion behind your upper back, supporting between your shoulder blades. You're going to extend your legs out long. If your neck finds this position uncomfortable, feel free to place a second block or cushion behind your head. Slowly roll to your right side and come up from this pose. Now we're going to transition to deer pose. So we're going to swing that left leg back behind you, bringing the foot behind your hip. You'll be coming as close to an L shape as you can. Position the front leg by moving your foot away from you and try to make that right angle with your front knee. Make sure to keep both sitting bones firmly rooted to the ground. You can begin to melt the upper body to the floor if you would like a deeper stretch. When you're ready, walk the hands back up, extending that left foot out. You're going to bring the right hand up and over for a side bend. Gently rotate the torso for a deeper stretch. When you're ready, come back to the center, bringing the soles of the feet to touch for butterfly pose. Now, keeping that left leg bent, we're going to extend the right this time. So bring your left arm up and over. Now we're going to take deer on the opposite side. So you're going to swing that right leg behind you, bringing the foot behind your hip. You'll be coming as close to an L shape as you can. Keep both sitting bones firmly rooted to the ground. Rotate your torso and walk your hands all the way out for a deeper stretch. When you're ready, walk your hands back up, and we're going to meet back in Baddha Konasana in order to rebalance the body. Take a few seconds to make sure that you're still connecting your movements with your breathing. Ask yourself, am I here firmly rooted in the present moment? When you're ready, slowly lower your torso to the ground for Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel free to use blocks under the outer edges of the knees if this brings ease to the pose. We're going to remove the blocks now. You can bring your hands to the outside edges of your knees for extra support. Bring your knees back to center. Bring the soles of your feet flat on the floor just in front of your hips, heels below the knees. And we're going to transition to bridge pose. So you're going to lift your hips up, and you can put a block underneath your sacrum at whatever height feels comfortable. Removing the block, we're going to meet back up in tabletop. Making sure that your knees are in line with your hips and your shoulders and wrists are aligned. Feel free to take a few cat-cows in order to bring some movement back to the spine. I invite you to pad your knees with a blanket if that feels comfortable. Extend the left leg and bring it through for a low lunge, making sure to keep that front knee in line with your ankle. You're going to shift your hips back so that they're in line with your back knee and straighten that front leg, flexing your foot for half splits. When you're ready, just begin to fold forward over your front leg. Every inhale, just lengthen your spine, and every exhale, see if you can draw that chest closer to the knee. When you're ready, rebend the front knee, and from low lunge, you're going to bring your arms back behind you and see if you can reach for that right leg. Slowly bring the legs back down. We're going to meet back in tabletop, and you're going to extend that right leg this time, bringing it through for a low lunge. Transition into half splits. Shift your hips back so that they're in line with that back knee. Straighten your front leg, flexing your foot, and then forward fold over your front leg. Rebend the front knee, and from low lunge, bring your arms back and begin to reach for that left leg if it's in your practice today. You may notice that this feels different on different sides of your body. When you're ready, come back to tabletop, and we're going to take some cat-cows. So lift your chin and chest, gaze towards the ceiling, dropping your belly towards the mat for cow. Round the spine, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly towards the spine, round the shoulders, and bring the chin to the chest for cat. We're going to transition into puppy pose. So keep the hips over the knees and walk the hands forward, allowing your chest and head to drop to the mat. Your hips are going to stay stacked above the knees as we slowly begin to release through the upper back and sink our chest to the mat. Your forehead or your chin is going to rest on the ground. Engage your core. Feel the space begin to soften between your shoulder blades. We will remain here for several breaths. If at any time something does not feel right or you need to leave the pose early, you can always sink back to child's pose. We're going to end today's practice with child's pose. So you're going to take a wide stance, your toes come together, your hips open up, and just sink back in the hips, keeping your arms extended in front of you. If it feels more comfortable, you can bring your arms by your sides. Remain in this pose as long as you need to. Thank yourself for showing up to the mat today.